Okay, let's get started. All right, is this? Yeah, this is fine. Two couples. We should have got a picture of you. Everybody knows what me and Yoko look like. Today we're talking about soulmates and the importance of cultivating healthy soulmate relationships before you can move on to a twin flame relationship. If you haven't had a successful marriage or deep, deep love relationship that has sustained the test of time down here, that is not a soulmate relationship, then you are not eligible for twin flame contact. What happened here? I know we were sideways. All right. Now we just read this book, okay? Reread it, I should say. Good morning, babe. Good morning, sweetheart. Now don't get me horny. All she has to do is look at me. That's how it is. All right. We read this book. A lot, and in all the books of John's channeled writings, he does talk about this tremendous love he has for Yoko. Believe it or not, why do you say believe? Because we fight, we bicker a lot these days, especially since you've been here. Yeah, I love this man, you know, very dearly. And I would do anything for him. If he needed anything, I would do it. I would be there for him. That's how John felt and feels about Yoko. Right. And that's the way. Right. And even so, after he died, this is the part, this is one part that was brought home in this book. After he was shot and died so violently in front of her, his thoughts were really like, I gotta help. And Sean, his best pal, his little buddy there, all of a sudden has no daddy and no best friend. For the longest time, his thoughts were really very heavily leaning to, yeah, not Lena. You know, I'm not claiming to be right. I knew that Lena was a fact in my life, but I also knew who I had left behind, and I was really worried about how they were handling it. Right. And when, I always say that I have said, what have I said to you from the beginning? Me, John. Right. When I first came back, I said, Lena, I'm here to take you home. Right. You're coming home with me. You're my baby. And Lena's first thing was, well, we have to bring Christopher. What about Chris? And she said, what about the animals? Right. She didn't understand at first what I was talking about. She was getting the cat carriers ready. She was getting Herman's harness prepared in case she had to suit him up in a hurry. She didn't know when I said, I'm bringing you home and it's going to be soon. But her first thoughts were, we can't leave Christopher behind. He's with me, right? And I was a little, well, I guess I felt like, okay, yeah, okay, we'll bring him, of course. But at the same time, I was like, what about me? You just found out we're twin flames. He's had you all this time. You were jealous, yes. And I took it out on him a little bit. I would fight with him, and I would get you guys to fight, and that was not right of me to do, but part and parcel for I was and still am not completely ascended. I am a ascending soul, right? Some might call me an ascended master. Lena has, because she feels I'm very knowledgeable, but really I am an ascending master in training. And I wasn't always a fan of this guy, right? I admit it now. I can admit it because he has embraced my presence here so beautifully. I really can't say enough about it. I thought I was going to have to get her out of here completely, and as things turned out, she can't leave, and I don't think we want to leave, right? No, there's nowhere to go. This is a great apartment. I love this apartment. If I have to stay here into this apartment till I'm crossed over, I'm fine. All right, I miss going to the cabin. I miss being in the mountains, but I'm not capable of traveling right now, and I've learned to really be very grateful, and we do our projects and we have a nice time, and by we I mean all of us, me, Christopher, John, Sandy, hello, yeah, all the brethren, and also whatever contacts we have down here still. I appreciate them. Yeah, you're a good girl. And I wanted to mention one more thing, and we'll post that. When Lena wrote her memoirs back in 2010, Christopher was a huge part of it, and she wrote some detailed chapters about falling deeply in love with him. And as I looked over her shoulder as she wrote these chapters about my best friend, Stuart, really, I felt an agony that I didn't know I was still capable of feeling. And I thought to myself, I'm never going to get her away from him. She's really nuts about him. I guess I'm fucked now. And mother and father told me, yes, John, don't be ridiculous. Look at how you've look at your life with Yoko. You're going to have to be a little bit more understanding of what Lena has gone through down there. What, did you want her to have nobody to love but you when you weren't available to her yet? Right. So I was really put in my place, and I've been being put in my place all along, right? So when I read about John's concern and love for Yoko, his enduring love, I was very proud of him. That he had been, such a caring husband and father. And I know people will jump on. What about Cynthia? It's all been sorted out. I had a lot of penance to do for that and still doing. Watching Lena's relationship with Christopher as it flourished was part of my penance of what I did to Cynthia. I tell you, it all goes around. You get away with nothing. Down here or up here, you get away with nothing. It comes around. So if you've caused anybody pain, or if you've been a thorn in anyone's side, you better believe you're going to be feeling that thorn, that very thorn coming back your way. And if you've given love, then you're going to feel that very love coming back your way. Now, I'll say one thing. When Lena was Christopher's caregiver during his most difficult days of cancer, that was a shining example out there, and that was the gateway to God and Mother saying, she's ready for you now, John. Because she's an amazing example of selfless love. So I had only to be grateful to Christopher for helping to be key in bringing this whole thing around to where I could step in. And the same way Lena is grateful to Yoko, right? Yeah, these are important points to keep bringing up, because if you don't have that stabilization of a soulmate relationship, yes, then you're not ready for the twin flame thing. You're just not going to be ready for it, right? Because the twin flame relationship is so intense that it's as intense as I thought this relationship was. You can't compare the two. So it's like I felt when I first started being with John, I said, during our most intense moments of breakthroughs and love and passion, I said, I feel like my body is going to blow up. I feel like my body is going to blow apart. Like my legs are going to fly. I remember that. I said, I think my legs are going to fucking pop off. I can't. So much energy in my the kundalini and the. Don't laugh. Kundalini sounds funny. No, you just like it because it sounds like something else. So, so that's it. So, and we'll post if you like. We'll actually read Lena's memoir. Right, the memoir is in the link below. It's like down toward the end of the memoir is where Christopher comes in. But the chapters that she writes about Christopher, I was sick to my stomach. But at the same time, I want to tell you, I was very proud of you. Thank you. I mean, I was proud of the both of you. You were both kind of like lost souls who really came together. The music, he became your bass player and then he became your lover. And the music is what brought you together and made your bond very inextricable. You were attached to each other for many different reasons. And the music is a really powerful thing. And that's another thing that this book brings up is the holy aspect of the musical vibration is what is like God's strongest tool to bring us together. That's why people are so moved by music. Once you get out here, all you hear are these amazing vibrations of beautiful symphonies and other sounds. And that's love all around you. And that's what music is. Now, no bad thoughts. I know. I'm sorry. I was thinking about something else. Yeah. I want you to stay away from social media as much as possible today and just post this. We have our art project to work on. I'm glad we got started on that yesterday. I want to work more on music. You sounded great on that Casio yesterday, by the way. Thanks. Did I? Was that good? That sounded great. Yeah. Yeah, you have a great ear for like all these random melodies that are so intricate and beautiful, and it really turns me on. All right, good for you. When you're turned on, I guess my job. That's exactly right. Your job is done when I'm turned on. What are you doing? I'm trying to. There we go. You taking pictures? Yeah. There we go. Picture for the cover shot. So that's it. So that's it for today. For now, yeah. We'll sing some songs later or do something else. But I want you off the internet. No, no bad thoughts. Okay. Praise be God and Mother. This has been once again, some review work about the importance of mastering a soulmate relationship before you could ever hope to have a proper twin flame relationship. You must master the soulmate relationship here on earth. Amen. Amen. There it goes.